What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Sydney Roosters Diehards. It is Hainsey here, and we are here for your final match preview on the preseason challenge as the Sydney Roosters host the Parramatta Eels at Polytech Stadium on the Central Coast, kicking off at 6 p.m. local time, 5 p.m. up here in Queensland. What are we going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen, for today's preview? If you ain't aware of our previews, similar to last week, we'll be going through a little bit of a match analysis of the clash, our recent form against the Parramatta Eels, Parramatta's recent trial form and ours as well, and a little bit of bits and pieces over the next few minutes or so. So thank you very much for tuning in. If you're new here, make sure hope you can consider liking the content. Subscribe to the Sydney Roosters Diehards. Give us a follow on the Instagram page as well for your latest Roosters updates, news, and opinions. Just a little bit of a reminder, on Saturday, I will be attending the clash in Gosford, so there will be no, from my perspective, watch alongside match reaction. My brother Matt will be on here doing your match reaction and watch along. However, myself and a special guest will be live from the ground doing a little bit of a match recap for you guys there on the Saturday night. So stay tuned for that one. But obviously, have that notification bell ready for your latest releases on here as we lead up into our game day content on Saturday. Right, let's get into it. So we'll go through a little bit of a recap of the two teams going into this clash. Obviously, just a note as well, Reece Robson obviously out of this side due to his broken thumb, which he's out for the next 8 weeks. But we'll go through the lineup as of right now. So obviously go with the Roosters, starting off with our captain James Tedesco at fullback. Tommy Talau and Martin Awanga-Nitawase are on the wings, with Billy Smith and Junior Ponga in the centres. Unofficial Roosters debut for Daly Cherry Evans alongside Sam Walker in the halves. The front rowers in the Fahu White and Lindsay Collins. Obviously, Reece Robson is named at 9, but obviously he will be out this clash for the next 8 weeks due to a thumb injury. But my best bet would most likely be Benaiah Le'au starting in jersey number 9. The back rowers of Angus Crichton and Nat Butcher in jersey 12 with Blake Steep in jersey 13. Interchange benches of Connor Watson, Siwa Wong, Spencer Linu, and Egan Butcher. And the reserves of Celeste Fiketti, Hugo Savala, Cody Ramsey, Toby Rodwell, Tom Rodwell, and Junior Ponga. Obviously, we've named 24 there. Reece Robson is obviously going to be excluded from the side due to injury. I don't think we're allowed to. I know it's a trial game, but I'm not 100% sure if we're going to add someone else in there. I have no idea with that one. With the Parramatta Eels side, Zoe Iongi is the fullback with Bailey Simonson and Josh Adokar on the wings. Will Penasini and Sean Russell are the centres, with Jonah Pezzett and Mitchell Moses in the halves. Jermaine Hopgood and Junior Parlo in the front row, with Riley Smith at hooker. The back rowers for the Eels, Jack Williams and Katoni Katoga in the back row there, and Jack DeBella making his first start for the Parramatta Eels in jersey number 13. The bench of Dylan Walker, Sam Tuaviti, Matt Duray, Talon De Silva, Charlie Goma, Kalma Talangi, Josiah Papali'i, or Papali, I think it's Papali, Brian Kelly, Jordan Samarani, Ronald Volkman, Araz Nirvana, Jake Tungo, Lorenzo Talatina, and Teacom Brown. That is the lineup there for both teams. Obviously, the coach for the Roosters is Trent Robertson and Jason Riles for the Parramatta Eels. The match referee for this one is going to be Wyatt Raymond. We'll go through a little bit of a summary as well. Obviously, Parramatta coming off a 40-6 win. Was it 40-6 or 40-4? Yeah, 40-6 win over the Cronulla Sharks there at Henson Park on Sunday. Obviously, the Roosters lost 42 points to 26 over the Tigers in Newcastle. The recent trial form against the Parramatta Eels, for the Parramatta Eels, they had a 30-18 loss after that win last weekend. Last year, they had a 30-18 loss to the West Tigers at Leichhardt Oval, a 44-18 win over Newcastle, a 26-16 win over the Titans and Ipswich, and a 38-16 loss to the Raiders. Obviously, there's no real stats here on our recent meetings against Parramatta in a trial game. Obviously, our recent matchups against Parramatta in the top grade, obviously a 30-10 loss in round 25 last year against Parramatta at CommBank, followed up with about a win in round 20-odd against Parramatta in 2024, followed up with a round 15 win against Parramatta at CommBank there in 2024, and in 2023, back 2 wins as well against Parramatta, one coming in 2023 at CommBank. Later in the season, I think it was round 25, and in round 4 last year in 2023 was a win against Parramatta there at the Footy Stadium. So that's obviously the recent matchups against Parramatta. Wins at the venue in trial games. The Roosters have a 33% win rate there at Polytech Stadium in trial games. Parramatta have got a 100% win record there. and our wins overall in the preseason challenge, not to really read into, but the Roosters have a 39% win record in the preseason challenge, while Parramatta have 45%. Right, so they're the two teams. There's a little bit of a match summary for you guys, our recent meetings against Parramatta and their form going into this one. Obviously, as we go through a little bit of a match analysis, obviously the big blow, talking about Reece Robson, obviously we spoke about that on Wednesday with Reece Robson excluded from the side due to a thumb injury. Obviously, it's a big blow, especially with the season opener 2 weeks away. But obviously having that coverage of Benai Leu and Connor Watson there, they'll do a job for us for the next 8 weeks or so, or for the next how many times that Reece Robson is going to be out of the side. So I think it's reassuring to know that we've got players there to do the job. So I think there's no real any panic from the Roosters faithful and from the club itself over this, because I think the next man up mentality is there. And obviously we've spoken about in length with our squad and our squad depth at the moment, and this is a great opportunity, a great example of why having this depth in our side is crucial, because obviously now with having the State of Origin hooker not available for the next 8 weeks, it's a big blow for us. But having Benaya and Connor Watson, who have done the job over last year, and they did an amazing job covering that role, and they were superb. So I expect no different, and I don't expect much changes to our side, and I don't think we'll be weakened in any point whatsoever. Obviously, the big talking point going into this clash for us is the halves combination of DCE and Sam Walker. All eyes are going to be on them too. Obviously, I'm expecting them only to play about 40 to 50 minutes this weekend. Look, what I want to see from them is obviously, just to see them build that combination together. I do want to see Sam Walker take control of this team, and I think DCE, the biggest challenge I think for DCE in this week and throughout the season is knowing to take the step back, because it is Sam Walker's team. We need it to be Sam Walker's team, not DCE's team. DCE just comes in and does his role, be that good support half to Sam Walker. Obviously have his say on the football at times. His game management is going to be crucial throughout the season, and you see a little bit of his kicking game that throughout this weekend is on show, and hopefully we see what's to come. But yeah, obviously we're not going to expect them to be prime Brad Fittler and Andrew Johns in Origin or in at rep level. We just need them just to be on the same page, and we can see glimpses of that in their only hit out before round one. That's what we want to see, and that's what that's fine by me. Obviously, last weekend was the trial form. Obviously, like the result wasn't the be all and end all for me. Like I mentioned this week, I saw glimpses, and I was happy for what I saw in that trial game. And when most of our players are on the field, I expect no different throughout this game. I think the way that I see the side roll out kind of thing, I think obviously you look to our forward rotations won't change a lot. Obviously on the reserves there, we've got Toby Rodwell and Hugo Savala. I think them two will just swap out DCE and Sam Walker whenever Robbo is satisfied that those two have done enough. Cody Ramsey to make his first game for the Roosters. Obviously, I'm guessing he'll be in replacing James Tedesco at some point throughout this trial. And the same thing applies for the likes of Tom Rodwell, Junior Tupou, and that they're on the bench. I'm really excited to see how Junior Ponga and Tommy Talau play this weekend. I think it's more the fact that obviously Daniel Tupou rested, Rob Toya, is he rested? Is he under a little bit of an injury cloud for round one? He's niggling injury somewhere, obviously not worth him playing. Is knowing to know that these two can do a job for us when key outside backs are down and not playing, similar to like a Benaya and Watto this weekend with Reece Robson. Same things applies for Tupou, Marky Mark, Toya, Billy Smith, Tedesco are unavailable at any point throughout the season, knowing they have that coverage there and doing a role for us. We really reassuring for me. And obviously in the terms of our forward pack, Nafahu White, Lindsay set the tone early. Gus, that we know what to expect from our forward pack. It's being dominant and setting the tone from the word go. I expect no different. Obviously defensively, similar to last weekend. Obviously, the Tigers, their second phase footy really caught us napping in stages. Obviously, young kids were playing throughout that second half of that trial. Parramatta loved to offload the ball. I think like the Tigers had 15 offloads in that they got in the bonus point. I think obviously we need to shut down that offloads. Parramatta love to offload and play off the cuff, so I think we need to shut that down. And I think it'll be all good for us defensively. I think the key things that I want to see in particular from a wide perspective is completed at a high rate. Obviously, it's a trial game. It's going to be their first hit out. It's going to be hot. I know it's an afternoon. It's still going to be pretty warm conditions. I think match fits is a bit rusty and all that. I get all that, but we like to see like a high completion rate and tackle efficiency as well. I think we had like 50 missed tackles. I know it's a trial game last week, but same thing this week. But with our main squad, can't really have 50 missed tackles in a trial game with our main squad on the field, and complete high, have high tackle efficiency and discipline. They're the three fundamentals that I want to see in this game, and it'll be all good for us. Obviously, it's a trial game. The result isn't the be-all and end-all. I want to see a decent performance, give us some confidence going into round one. Score prediction, obviously, I am going to predict the Roosters win. I am going to predict a high-scoring game. I'm going to go the Roosters to win 38 points to 30. Right, folks, that is our match preview for you guys here on the Sydney Roosters Diehards, our final preseason head-out. Round one is just under a fortnight away in New Zealand. Really excited for the season to be beginning. Really excited to be out in the stands watching the Roosters for the first time this year. Can't wait to be there at Polytech Stadium on Saturday. Obviously, guys, Matt will be on here for your watch-along and match reaction on game day, and obviously we'll have a match recap from my perspective from the stadium afterwards. So really looking forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Give us a follow on the Instagram for your latest Roosters update, news, and opinions. Hope to see you guys out there as well. If you guys head into the game, I look forward to see you guys then. Sportshed TV charity match on Sundays. There will be no content on the Diehards that day, but obviously, if you're out the west of Sydney way, head out to Ringrose Park, Wentworthville Magpies, Wenny Leagues, Sportshed TV charity match, $15 a ticket. If you guys can't make it, the live stream, it is free this year. You just got to sign on to buy Bar TV Sports. I know if you're a Bar TV subscriber, if you are to watch the lower grades of the Roosters, you just got to log into the account and it'll be there free to watch. So looking forward to obviously all proceeds go to the charities respectively. Mark Hughes Foundation, Go Owner Academy. It's going to be an exciting day. Can't wait to see you guys out there. It's going to be a great weekend, and enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys throughout the weekend. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.